As soon as Liz walked into the classroom, she faced rejection from her classmates. She wore tattered clothes, her head was infested with fleas, and she hadn't even changed her undergarments properly. The strong stench made it impossible for her classmates to keep their eyes open to avoid being mocked. Liz could only attend classes occasionally to appease the teacher, hoping for school holidays to come quickly. When the holiday finally arrived, the school happened to be conducting final exams. The teacher, worried that the odor would affect other students' performance, used Liz's frequent absences as an excuse to try to remove her from the classroom. Unexpectedly, Liz found the exam questions very simple and insisted on taking the test. The teacher said nothing more. After the exam results came out, her attitude changed dramatically. Not only did she stop being bothered by Liz's odor, she also brought a pile of designer clothes for her to wear. It turned out that Liz had scored 100 points. The teacher asked her in confusion how she had managed this. Liz replied nonchalantly that she had read many books, all found by her neighbor Eva in garbage bins, and the knowledge in those books had taught her a great deal. This immediately convinced the teacher that the girl before her was definitely a genius. The teacher then warned Liz that she must come to school every day next semester, or she would call the authorities. Finally, the teacher reminded Liz to pay attention to personal hygiene, as her odor was really too strong. Liz also wanted to bathe daily, only the bathtub at home had long been without water. The drains were all blocked, just like her miserable life that could find no way out. How could she live like a normal person? Even Liz herself couldn't believe that in the near future, she would get into Harvard in just 2 years and become a famous American speaker. However, on her path to success, she truly experienced too much suffering as she approached home. Liz saw her neighbor Eva treasure hunting again. She happily shared her joy with his benefactor. Upon hearing the news, Eva was genuinely happy for Liz and also told her some good news. After hearing this, Liz couldn't wait to run upstairs. How much she hoped to see her mother in a normal state. Unfortunately, as soon as she entered the house, she was greeted by the same dark and terrifying atmosphere. With an anxious heart, Liz carefully approached her mother and tentatively showed off her perfect score. After seeing it, her mother couldn't stop crying and kept apologizing to her daughter. It turned out that although she had overcome her drug addiction, she had contracted something even more terrifying than drug addiction AIDS. Before Liz could feel sad, her mother told her that for better treatment, she wanted to take Liz and her sister to their grandfather's house. Liz felt completely hopeless upon hearing this, as her grandfather was a perverted demon. When her mother was young, she had often suffered humiliation and beatings from her grandfather. Despite Liz's desperate pleas, her mother was determined to leave. Liz could only watch helplessly as her mother departed. This instantly shattered their already fragile family. In the days that followed, Liz could only survive on potato chips soaked in tap water to barely fill her stomach. No matter what, this was still better than the leftovers from garbage bins. Naturally, being chronically malnourished, she had no extra energy to attend school. It wasn't until a year later that community workers finally came to her door.